it's Stacy in the place, and I am back to share this absolutely delicious perfume with you. And I'm just gonna call it. If you are a millennial, you need to get your hands on this perfume. It is Valentino, Donna, Born in Roma, the intense version. And oh, it is just such a gem. But first, I have to give all credit to the Santa Maria. Love her channel, and back in January she gave her first impressions of this perfume, and just from the way that she described it, oh, it was just giving me life, and I knew I had to get my hands on this bottle. Thankfully, it's not as hard to acquire now as it was when it was first coming out, because it was selling out like hotcakes, to the point where I was just like calling around, like, who has it, because I need one, I need it. Like, the Santa Maria told me I need it, so I need it. But yes, absolutely love this. So the scent starts off with the top note of a ambery, what did they say, ambery vanilla bourbon, which yeah, I could appreciate that. But it also has like a little dash of blackcurrant and bergamot, so it's very lovely when you first smell it. It's just like, oh my gosh, just intoxicating. Matter of fact, let me just spray some right now. Oh, so good. Oh, it just, oh, I don't know, it just does something to the senses. I swear. The base note is a trio of jasmines. We don't know which jasmines they are, but when I tell you that jasmines are jasmining, like, absolutely. If you love jasmine, you need this. And then in the base note, there is a benzoin resin, which in my mind is kind of like that sugary, like medicinal sugary scent that you might find like in the Baccarat Rouge fragrance. And it just, oh, the dry down, like, oh, it's so beautiful. And so, here's a little, I don't know if you would call it a hot take, but I believe when this came out, some people assumed that because it was titled the same thing as the original, except it's intense, that they thought that it was just going to be like an intense version of the original perfume, thinking that like, oh, it's going to smell very similar or like just like the original, but it's just going to be a more intense version. Like, it's going to have more sillage, more projection. It's going to have a longer staying power, but that's not the case. Like, this beauty, like, she is amazing and wonderful in her own right, and she's like a totally, I wouldn't say a totally different flavor, because she still has some of the original's DNA, but she's her own thing. I feel like for this one, it's strongly, if you really love the Donna Born in Roma, the original, I feel like that one would be your day version, and then the intense would be the nighttime version. I feel like those two could really play off of each other, but if you're going into it hoping that you're just going to find the original but more intense, it's not her. Sorry. And even on their website, so I'll read you part of the story that they have on the website for her, but it says that the scent is a outstanding tribute to Rome and its sunsets, that the Born in Roma Intense aims at exalting your magnificent personality and celebrating a night in the eternal city. It even goes further, saying that this fragrance is enhanced by a trio of luminous jasmine and warm benzoin, giving a seductive allure to the aristo punk's evenings. And so that also just like helps to support the idea of like, this one is more of a nighttime fragrance. I feel like, Valentino, when they were calling it intense, it just meant more that it was a little bit like more seductive, just more, not necessarily the same old thing and we're just hyping it up. Like, she's just a beauty in her own right. And I love this fragrance. The longevity is chef's kiss. I mean, I put it on in the morning, I can still smell it way into the evening. And also, I found little trick. So I would spray on my Valentino Born in Roma Intense, and then I would follow up and spray all over with the Bath & Body Works Blush Cardigan. And so they really played very nicely off of each other because this blush cardigan has notes of sweet raspberries, sugared dried violet, and warm amber. And so they're both giving you like that sweetness, whereas like this one's a little bit more sweeter, but it's light because it's a fragrance mist, so I can just spray it like all over my clothes. But then it nicely plays off the sweetness of the benzoin and the vanilla and the intense, and it just, oh, I mean, it's so beautiful. You have to try it. If you have blush cardigan, just try it. Just try it one time. I'm telling you, the men folk will be asking questions because that's what kept happening to me. My husband was like, what new perfume do you have on? Or like, what's that? That smells really nice. Oh, you smell nice tonight. I'm like, oh, really? Because it's these two. Ooh. So yes, highly, highly recommend. I just, you know, as a self-proclaimed millennial, I feel like this is just an ode to us. I'm just gonna go ahead and claim it for us. It smells like, you know, there was that little spray bottle and it was called, they had 3 different kind, and one of them was like an orange dreamsicle. The other one was the gummy bears, and then there was another one was like a cotton candy, and they were in these green little spray bottles. And if I could find a picture, I'll put it up here as well. But like, I loved those growing up, thinking I was doing something when I was young, spraying on my little perfume. And it's almost as if it's that, but like this is the grown-up, like the grown-up, grown lady version. And so I love wearing it in the day, the night. I just spray it on myself whenever I get the chance. Like I'm probably going to need another bottle of this by the end of the year, but I'm not mad because I love it. I love it. But yeah, it smells like an ode to us. Call me sentimental, whatever. But if you need a sentimental fragrance, like, this is it, honey. Valentino Donna, Born in Roma Intense, darling. She is that girl. I have not gotten my little paws on the Uomo version or the male version to see if maybe I can get that one for the husband to wear, and then we could be matching. But I don't know. We'll see. But anyhow, I hope that this review was helpful. If you are looking for a great, just like sweet but grown woman perfume, this is it. And thanks for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.